Hello students, welcome to my channel. So the competition point. Today we will discuss some most important questions for CBSE and state board exams class 12th. And this is the first question of the inverse. If matrix A equals to 1, 1, 3, 1, 3, minus 3, minus 2, minus 4, minus 4, then find A inverse. So how do we find A inverse? So firstly we will know the formula of A inverse. And formula of A inverse is that adjoint A upon determinant A. This is the formula. So firstly we will find here determinant A, value of determinant A here. So first term is positive, second is negative, and third is positive. And this question always asked in the exams of 5 marks. Then 1, then first row and first column covered. Then multiply 3 into minus 4 is that 3 4 is 12, minus 12 minus is according to the formula, and minus 4 multiply minus 3 is 12. And after positive negative 1, so this and this close, that is the minus 4, and then minus minus plus, plus minus minus 6, and plus 3. So this becomes minus 4 plus 3 to 6. This value becomes minus 24. Minus 4 minus 6 minus 10 multiply minus 1, that is the plus 10. And 6 plus 4, 6 minus 4, 2, 3 is 6, 10, 6, 16, that is this value became minus 8. Now we have to find adjoint A. So firstly we find the cofactors of the determinant A. So first is that A11, that is the first row, first column. And this is the first row and this is the first column, and this value becomes minus 12 and this value becomes minus 12, that is the minus 24. And always remember that when the sum is the even, then put always positive sign, but when the sum is negative, then put negative sign before the value. Now A12 is that is the first row, this is the first row and this is the second column. So 1 multiply minus 4 is that minus 4. Put minus sign because this sign includes in the formula. And minus 2 multiply minus 3 is that 6. So this value becomes minus 10. But I tell you before, when the sum is odd, then put negative sign before whole expression. So this value becomes positive 10. Now we have to find value A13. This is the first row, third column. So this is the first row, this is the third column. 1 multiply minus 4 is that minus 4 plus 6 minus 4 plus 6 minus 4 plus 6 equals to 2. And this is positive because sum is positive. 3 plus 1 even number. Now second row, first column. This is the second row and this is the first column. So 1 multiply minus 4 is that minus 4 plus 12. Minus 4 plus 12 equals to 8. But this is the sum is odd because 2 plus 1 is 3. So put negative sign before this and value of A22. This is the second row and this is the second column. This is the second row and this is the second column. So 1 multiply minus 4 is that minus 4. And this multiply this is that plus 6. So this value become 2. And this is sum is even. So put positive sign. So this value becomes 2. Now value of A23. This is the second row. This is the second row and this is the third column. This is the second row, third column. So this value becomes minus 4 plus 2. Minus 4 plus 2 is minus 2. But it is odd. So this value becomes positive 2. Now value of third row, first column. This is the third row, first row, second row, third row. And this is the first column. This is the third row, this is the first column, this value -3, -3, -9, -12. Now third row, second column. This is the third row, this is the second column. So -3, -3, -6. But this is odd, so +6. Now value of A33, this value becomes third row, third column. This becomes 3, -1, 2. So this is 2. Now write all the cofactors. That is the -24. This value -24, first value. Second value is 10. And this value is 2. That value of A21 is that -8. This value becomes 2. And this value becomes 2. -12, 6, 2 equals to B. Let. Now adjoint A is that transpose of B. Then change first row into first column. So this becomes -24, 10, 2. Second row changes to second column. -8, 2, 2 and -12, 6, 2. Now we have to find that A inverse. Now put these values in this formula. Value of adjoint is that and value of determinant is that -8. So dividing -8 by each term. So this value becomes -8 का डिवाइड सभी टर्म में हम करेंगे तो -8 का डिवाइड जब आप इसमें करेंगे -24 में तो 3 आएगा। नहीं भी करना चाहते हैं तो आप इसको -1/8 आगे लिख सकते हैं इस तरीके से और बाकी जो वैल्यू आपकी थी वो यहाँ पुट करा दीजिए। दैट इज द आंसर ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन। नाउ क्वेश्चन नंबर second is that solve by matrix method. This question is asked in 2020 and 2020 exams. The question is that x plus y plus z equals to 6, x plus 2z equals to 5, 3x plus y plus z equals to 12. Firstly, we will write second number equation in the terms of x, y, z. So what do you write here? This equations also write here x plus 0y plus 2z. Now equation is clear here. What do you mean by matrix method? In matrix method, firstly we will write the expressions in the form of Ax equals to B, and from here x value is that A inverse B, and value of A is that coefficients of x, y, and z. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 0, 2, 3, 1, 1. Coefficients of x, y, z only. Value of A is that and value of x is that x, y, z, and value of B is that values of the constants free from x and y and z. So this value becomes 6, 5 and 12. 6, 5 and 12. So this is the form. We write here A, this value becomes value of the A, and this value becomes value of the capital X, and this value becomes value of the capital B. Now we would find here A inverse. Very simple. Value of A is given. So A11, first row, first column, multiply -2. A12, first row, second column, 1 minus 6. first row, second column. First row, second column, it means 1 minus 3. 1, first row, second column, it means 1 minus 3 minus 2 plus 2. A1, 3. First row, third column, it means first row, second column, this value becomes first row and second column. So this is 1 minus 6, that is the minus 5. So plus 5, value of A1, 3. First row, third column, which means 1. Okay. A2, 1. Second row, this is second row, this is first column. Second row, first column, it means 1 minus 1, 0. Okay. A2, 2. Second row, second column, it means 1 minus 3 minus 2. Okay. Second row, third column. Second row, third column, it means 1 minus 3 minus 2. So it means plus 2 because sum is an odd number. Now third row, first column, third row, first column, it means 2 minus 0. That is the 2. Third row, second column. This is the third row, this is the second column. It means 2 minus 1, 1. So it is minus 1. And third row, third column is that. Third row, third column is that 0 minus 1. That is the minus 1. So this value becomes minus 1. All values are find this method. Now these are the cofactors. Now write these cofactors. Minus 2, 5, 1. And this value becomes 0. Minus 2, 2, 2. Minus 1, minus 1. Let this is C because A and B already. Now adjoint A is that. Now adjoint A is that transpose of C. So when we transpose C, so rows change to column. That is the first row convert into first column. Then it becomes minus 2, 5, 1. And this is 0 minus 2, 2. And this is 2 minus 1 minus 1. Now value of inverse is that adjoint A by determinant A. Now we have to find determinant A. Value of determinant A is from here because value of A is that is the positive first row first column, that is the 0 minus 2. That is the minus 0 minus 2 plus positive negative which means minus 1. So the second row, this and this rows, that is the 1 minus 6. That is the minus 5. Positive negative, that is the positive 1. So this value becomes first row third column, that is the 1 minus 0, that is the 1. Now solve this. Minus 2 plus 5 plus 1, that is the 4. Now inverse equals to adjoint A upon determinant A. And value of the adjoint A is here and divided each term by 4. So this value becomes 1 by 4. Value of determinant is 4. And value of adjoint is that minus 2, 5, 1. 0 minus 2, 2. And 2 minus 1 and minus 1. Now come to this point where we write x equals to a inverse b. Now put these values, value of x is that xyz, xyz, and value of inverse is that 1 by 4 into minus 2, 5, 1, and 0, minus 2, 2, and 2, minus 1, and minus 1. Now value of the b is that 6, 5, and 12. 6, 5, and 12. Now solve this because both are the matrices, and this is the matrices of the order 3 by 3, and this is the matrices of the order 3 by A. When multiply both matrices, then row and column, then order is that 3 by 1, 3 row, 1 column. So this value becomes xyz, and this is that 1 by 4. Firstly, first row multiplied by first column, and column is only 1. Then minus 2 multiplied 6 is that minus 12. Minus 12 plus 0 into 5 is that 0. Plus 2 into 12 is 24. This is clear. Now 5 multiplied 6 is that 30. Minus 2 5 is 10. Minus 12. This is clear here. Now the third is that 1 into 6 is 6. Plus 2 into 5 is 10. Minus 12. So this value becomes 24 minus 12 is 12. And 12 divided by 4 is that this value becomes 3. And this value becomes 22. 30 minus 22 is 8. Divided by 4 is 2. And this value becomes 16 minus 12 is 4. And 4 divided by 4 is that 1. So comparing both, so value of x is that 3. And value of y is that 2. And value of z is that 1. Now put these values in the equations to check our question is wrong or right. Now we have to check our question is right or wrong. Put these values in this equation. Value of x is 3 and plus value of y is 2 and value of z is 1. So 3 2 plus 5, 3 plus 2 5, 5 plus 1 6. So our answer is correct. Now here check here, value of x is 3 and value of z is 1, 2 1 is 2, 3 to 5. So this is also correct. Now check here, 3 3 is 9, 9 plus 2, 11, 11 plus 12. So our answers are correct.